I needed some help getting Smallweb set up on my VPS, so I called in the big guns, the creator of Smallweb itself, Achille. I think I'm saying that right?
In French, it's pronounced Achille, but you can use I don't mind really. You can use Achille. It's like more of the Greek way of saying my name, and so it's kind of complex for me to just explain to people what is the single way to install Smallweb, since there is so many options. Yeah, it depends on what you want. And so here, for example, the VPS domain here, it's really supposed to be, okay, I have a new VPS, a fresh new VPS, a Debian one, and I want in a single command to have Smallweb running. So it's for someone who starts fresh, but it's not really for someone who already have a VPS with an existing setup and who want to add Smallweb on top of it. Then we need to make a choice, because you have two options. Either you want to run Smallweb just raw on your VPS, so install the Golang binary, install Deno, and have these two things. Or there is also a Docker file, so you can run Smallweb inside of Docker. So yeah, with Cloudflare, you can kind of say okay, I will attach all of these domains to my specific tunnel, and so it can be actually the simpler way to see. If you have already Cloudflare tunnel set up already, I would actually use Cloudflare. What we want to have Smallweb running locally. So here it's your laptop, and you also want Smallweb to be running on your VPS. We probably want to sync the file between your VPS and your laptop using a tool called Mutagen, I think. Okay, so this will be another thing we want to set up, and then so here you have ejfox.tools here. So we want to wire, let's say, all.ejfox.tools through Cloudflare, which is managed inside of, let's add a little box for Cloudflare here. Yeah, in Docker, and we will expose the port, we will running on the port 77. So let's put a Docker thing in there. And so what I propose is to not mess with KDE on the VPS here, and just use Cloudflare tunnel and map it directly to the port 777. Okay. So here here it's a tunnel. And here it's the Cloudflare proxy, It will be something like that, basically. Maybe let's get started with this part. So installing a new Smallweb instance using Docker, Docker compose file. And let's start with this. The setup for you, I think the best one will be using Docker. So maybe I don't have a documentation for it, but we can do it together. So if you go to the Smallweb repository on GitHub, yeah, it's just hidden. So you have a compose.yaml file in there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this one. You can just copy it. Exactly. So create a Smallweb directory, and then create a compose.yaml file. So you can use Docker compose or compose. It's the same thing. But yeah, you're good. And then create a workspace directory in there. We'll need to pass a domain, so -- domain. And you can pass, yeah. No, just the base domain. So this. Okay, and now if you run an ls of the workspace directory, you see that it just created so you need to run this before running the up command, because it will just initiate the directory. So now you can run the docker compose up command. Perfect. So basically, let's exit Docker Compose here. Just run and just Docker Compose up, but then the -d flag. Exactly. So here, basically, we have Smallweb running. So now we just need to set up the Cloudflare tunnel on your device. So we can go to the Cloudflare UI. Yeah. So it looks healthy and everything. So it's perfect. So let's open the tunnel config. You can exactly. And then so here we need to wire the different your domain to the 777 port. No. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, it looks good here because you already did it, as you said. Like here, basically, like your wildcard is wired to your Cloudflare tunnel. So it looks good to me. I think if we just go to ejfox.tools. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah. So just save this, and now go to excalibro. And now if you create something, yeah, perfect. Just run ls in the excalibro folder. Yeah, so you have this data directory, and you just change the URL and add just a .svg extension at the end. Yeah, and here you have like the image which is updated. Okay, so now we are good. Maybe we can just now just sync the files into your laptop, to be able to edit them locally. So that's where. So you can go to the file sync. Just go to the file sync instead. Like macOS is mostly to install Smallweb on macOS, but here you want just to sync the file. So there is this mutagen sync create command that you can. And so here we need to just update the last line. What happens if you do ssh.tools.ejfox.com? SSH VPS, let's make sure. Okay. So let's exactly. And then are we in your? Exactly. So Smallweb, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, home/Smallweb. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So maybe restart the VPS. And then before running the command again, we need to remove the content on your local disk of the Smallweb directory, because here you have like the hub. Yeah, perfect. And now you can run the command again. No need to create the directory. It will create it for you. Yeah, and here you're good. And so now you can maybe try to update, let's update the README again, to make sure that everything is hooked up properly. So you need to create a folder. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So here it works both ways actually. If there is a change on your VPS, it will be reflected on your local disk, and the other way too. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy setup, but actually it works pretty well. Yeah, it was neat. And I think really like your setup you have like currently with Docker coupled with Cloudflare tunnel is kind of like it's a great way to use Smallweb, because then it will be super easy for you to upgrade to the next version. You will just have to upgrade the Docker file. Yeah, see you then. Cheers.
So one thing I've been really enjoying is being able to use Claude on my phone. So I'll be in the woods, like hanging out, and have a cool idea of like, what if I had a website that, I don't know, that randomly generated northeastern trees, right? Made flashcards. And so I've been spending a little time like figuring out the best way to do it. I really love Cursor, but there's no Cursor for your phone, right? So I have my VPS, and I can go in and I just do Claude, which opens up Claude Desktop. I'm in the woods, so it's slow. Yes, proceed, please. And then I would say, hey, in the Smallweb folder, you make me a new Smallweb app Dino that serves up a random northeastern tree. So you get something you can give to people really quickly. Like the result is a URL. Yeah, see, okay, he's making a new workspace. And then my goal would be I could go to like northeasterntrees.ejfox.tools and have something that I could send to a friend or look at right now. And this is such a new way of interacting with computers and software, and it feels really cool. So now I have a little app that shows me a random tree. And it's nothing too special or cool, but like I didn't have to, first of all, I didn't have to write any code. Second of all, I got a public URL. You know what I mean? I can improve it if I want to. I want to write a lot more code like this, right? I want to write a lot more code away from my computer. I don't need a keyboard.